freaky out in public, but she freaky in that bed. He never had no pussy like this fucking up his head. Turn me over, arch that back, got me face down in the bed. Hands locked behind my back like I'm fucking with a fed.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Nyethebrat, but you know that, and I am back at again with another video. If you're a returning subscriber, what's poppin'? And if you're a newbie, become a brat, and that's that. So I told y'all I was getting a new bed. That's my bed. I didn't move. This is the same room that I've been doing damn near all my YouTube videos in. It's just time for a little, re-up. I think it's time for, well, not that I think it's time, but you guys should invest in your living space. I feel like you can really thrive in your living space, and these are one of the projects that I took on during quarantine. I painted my room, remodeled it, and yeah, now it's giving, bougie vibes, because, I'm a bougie bitch, I'm a brat, and that's that. But that's not why we're here. So I told y'all that I would give y'all the tea on why I started my business and pretty much the backstory of, my struggle of getting to where I am now. So please like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You need to become a brat. And that's just that. Like, why won't you become a brat? Like, I'll wait. Okay, let's just get right into the video. So around this time last year, I was a college student. If you know my situation with college. I'm not going to get really too much into it because I don't want to, we're not getting into the past. That's no. So around this time last year, I was in college. I was community college, and I just wanted to start a business. Like, I was tired of working. I was working at Walmart at the time, and I was just tired of working for other people. I've always been the type of person that had a problem with authority anyway. So, when your girl was working, I had a couple of issues with, some of my employees and peers, but, that's neither here or there. But yeah, I just wanted to, figure out, like, what could I sell? Like, I just wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I didn't know what I wanted to sell. Now, originally, I wanted to do phone cases. Now, I wanted to do phone cases for so freaking long. When I was like 16, I said I wanted to do it, but you don't have the resources, you don't have the motivation, you don't know where you're going. I was young. I didn't know how much, I was going to invest into it, and I had just started working at Burger King. That was my first job. I didn't, follow through with it. So, now I'm, how old was I? I was 20. I was 20 years old when I figured out that I want to start my own business. And I was like, okay, phone cases could be a thing, but I don't know, like, it just didn't really speak to me. Like, it was just one of those things, like, I brought it up, but, it wasn't like, I didn't do, too much research into it. So then I was like, wait, I want to get into, being more girly. Not that I wasn't girly already, but I just wanted to get more into my appearance. So I was like, well, what makes females feel good? Like, what could I sell that, people are selling, or something that I would buy, and, maybe I could sell it too, just better and have better quality. So something I always do, the only thing that I put on in high school was mascara. Now, in high school, I only wore mascara for my eyelashes and then lip gloss. That was it. I never wore makeup like that. I have wore makeup for special occasions. I have wore makeup for prom, makeup for my senior pictures, and that was it. Oh, and did I have it for home? No, I didn't have it for homecoming. So yeah, I only wore makeup those 2 times. I'm not good at doing people's faces. I'm not good at makeup. So I'm like, let me sell eyelashes. So what I did was I went on YouTube, because that's when I had started my channel, because I was like, I want to do my YouTube channel too. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I could do my YouTube channel and I could have a business, and I can, market my business on YouTube and vice versa and blase blase. So I went on YouTube and I typed, I think, how to start a business or something, and the first person that popped up was Jazzy Leno. I'm gonna show you the video here that popped up for her. I watched that entire video, and at the time I was just so inspired. I was like, yeah, wow, like, I can do this. Like, she literally explained everything, what you need to know about starting a business. I'll link that video down in my description box below. It was very detailed, and it made me really, really excited on, what I needed to do and how to start my eyelash business. Then I believe I kept doing research at that point. So I had moved on to Kai Lachey. Again, I'll show you the video here that that popped up for me. When I watched her video, I felt more motivated than you know, the first time watching a how to, you know, start a business video. I was just really, really excited. And those two females, those two YouTubers, they're bomb. Like, I really appreciate them both, because if it wasn't for them and me finding their videos, I probably would have been lost as hell when it came to, you know, starting my business and stuff like that. So shout out to them. And after that, it was just go time. Like, I had the money, I had a job to fund my business. So it was just like, okay, well, I need to, you know, find a wholesaler, you know, sample out the lashes, test them out, figure out my packaging and all that, my prices, all that good stuff. So then at that point, I had reached out to a friend of mine. I had asked, she was starting her business. She had a business at the time. And I was, you know, mentioning, hey, I want to start eyelashes. I don't know where to get them from. And she gave me the app, Alibaba. I'll put a screenshot of it here. That's where everybody pretty much gets their wholesale packages from. Not just packages, but they have wholesale packaging, custom packaging, lashes, lash tools, hair stuff, clothes. They have literally everything that you could possibly think of. You literally just have to type it in and, you know, do your research and go from there. What happened was, at that point, once, you know, she plugged me into Alibaba, I started to, you know, familiarize myself with it. I didn't really watch too many videos of how to navigate it. I kind of just taught myself how to. Pretty much, it wasn't really hard. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I know for somebody who, you know, may not be familiar with that stuff or know how to navigate a site like that, because it did look confusing at first. You may not know what you're doing, but your girl is a smart cookie, and I picked it out really quick, just like that. So it was nothing for me to, you know, get started. I had picked a vendor, and I started the sampling process. The sampling process, it was, I'll put the video here of the lashes that I first got. I was so excited. I literally was at the gym, and I had with my old friend, and I had unboxed them. I was so excited. I was hyped. You know, the lashes were cute, but they weren't giving, like, I don't know, they just weren't giving how I wanted it to. And, you know, I told my vendor that, and, you know, I just kept doing my research. That's the thing with vendors. Sorry, y'all, gotta sneeze, it's not coming out. But, okay, so, yeah, so, you know, I just kept doing my research, kept spending money. What I do advise, though, at first, when you do start your business, you need to pick out 5 vendors and sample at least 2 or 3 of them at the same time. What I was doing was, when I did the sampling process, which made it longer for me personally, I was sampling like 10 at a time per vendor, and, like, you know, sampling them for a couple weeks and then trying to move on to the next. I feel like if you sample them all at once, you know what vendor you really want to start out with your business with. And yeah, so I think that's a much easier process. But this video is not how you start your business. This is, you know, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, that was that. Then, you know, so I figured out I wanted to sell 3D mink lashes. I had never really seen lashes like this, the 25 millimeter, so I was going to sell 3D mink. But then, you know, I came into a problem where every time, you know, I sampled lashes from a vendor, they were nice, but they weren't the quality that I had expected them to be. Like, I never wore lashes ever in my life. Like I said, I had only used not eyeliner, mascara for my lashes. So I just knew that, you know, when you sell real mink lashes, and that's what I wanted to sell, I wanted to sell mink, 3D mink lashes. I knew that they had to feel a certain type of way. Like, something is real, like a material, like, for example, like a leather or wool or something like that. You want it to feel real. You want quality. I wanted quality. And I wasn't getting that from none of the vendors that I was sourcing from. So that became a little issue. You know, I spent about $200 on vendors off rip, and that was before I had even figured out my branding. That was before I had figured out my packaging, prices, my website that I was going to use, all that BS. So yeah, I spent about a good $200, and I had a job, so it was okay. $200 isn't really nothing to me, but for somebody that's just starting out their business, you could spend $200 on so many things. So like I said, when you do the sampling process, whether you're sampling hair, lashes, or anything, clothes, you need to order from multiple vendors at once to save you the money and to save you some time on, you know, picking out your vendor, because it took me a really long time. And I was kind of glad that I was going through that way, because it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot of patience. I still really didn't find a vendor that was good, but, you know, I had found a pair of lashes that I had really liked. I put a video somewhere on the screen here. I love those pair of lashes. I wear them every time I went out last summer. Like, if you see me, you see me wearing them lashes, and they were actually 25 millimeter. and they were so cute, so pretty, so natural, so fluffy. And I was just like, wow, so maybe I should just sell 25 millimeter, because, you know, 3D mink is not working for me. And I think I had swiped up on lashed or something like that. I had watched one of her videos, and I had DM'd her on Instagram. I'm not going to show you the messages because it's kind of relevant. But I had told her, you know, my issue with my vendors, like I wasn't finding good vendors, and, you know, what should I do? And she was like, well, maybe you should try selling 25 millimeter lashes. They're more in style, and they're more popular at the time. Not too many people are really looking for 3D mink lashes. So I should sell 25 millimeter lashes until, you know, I could find a really good quality 3D mink vendor. So I was like, okay, that doesn't sound too bad. So all right. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went to Alibaba. I started doing my sampling process all over again, and I started sampling 25 millimeter mink lashes. And thanks to you, girl, because now that I have sampled them, tried them out, I'm in love. I can never go back to 3D mink, but eventually I will sell 3D mink lashes on my website. Just give me some time to find a vendor. I just haven't really been looking. I've just been so busy freaking investing my time in designing my new space that I haven't really had time for anything else, and now that's not going to be a problem. I got my life together. So after that, you know, I just, you know, I had a new direction on my business. I was like, okay, boom, we're going to sell 25 millimeter mink lashes. So I started, like I said, I went to Alibaba, looked for vendors, and I started the sampling process all over again. So now I'm spending more than $200 at this point. Now, you also have to consider when you do order from overseas, like in China, that's where the lashes come from, and anything else that you're trying to get wholesale for a cheap price or in bulk, you're going to be spending a high shipping fee. So the shipping fee kind of ranges from $25 to at least $100. It just really depends on the weight of the product, how much you have, so a quantity and all that good stuff. And at the time, it was like, damn, like I really need to spend all this money on shipping just to get my product here. But, you know, at the same time, now that I look back at it, it was worth it. Every penny that I spent going into my business, it was worth it. I don't regret a thing. It was definitely a process, and I honestly wouldn't change it for the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody on here on YouTube, pretty much, like I said in my last video, they went through the process, you know, pretty much the regular way. They figured out what they wanted to sell. They started their vendor search. They sourced it. They sampled it. They got their logo made. They got their website. They launched. They did all this. I did mine backwards. And what I mean by backwards, I dealt with the mental side of business, the not getting customers every single day, the not getting orders all the time, the people coming to your website not making no purchase type of thing, and just all the other things that you need to deal with as a business owner that they don't really tell you up front. If you guys want me to do a video on that, I will, but that's not what this video is about. But I just wanted to, you know, let that be known. So we're gonna get to June now. So in June of last year, I got fired from Walmart. So my business was put on hold, and it kind of broke my heart because at this point I was really excited. You know, I finally figured out the lashes that I really wanted to sell. They're so cute, but I could not afford it. And when I mean I couldn't afford it, I didn't have the funds to invest in my own business. I didn't want to ask my mom because, you know, my mom does everything for me. And, you know, some people are okay with asking their parents for things. I'm not. I've always been a hustler. I've been a go-getter. I always get shit done by any means possible, by any things necessary. And I just didn't want to rely on my mom. So I was just like, okay, well, this business thing is going to wait. So what I did was the lashes that I did have, the bad ones that, you know, were completely fake, the faux mink, that people do sell those, but I just didn't want to sell them. I threw those away. The lashes that were still good, I kept them, and I was just playing around with them and just constantly wearing them and, you know, getting my 25 to 30 wears out of them. Because when you get lashes, depending on their longevity, you can wear them up to 25 times, 23 times, 20 times, 30 times, constantly over and over and over again. This is my second time wearing these, so, you know, that's what I mean by longevity. And they were really good quality, so I just pretty much rocked them all last summer. And, you know, then after I had got fired from Walmart, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to work. Like, I just got tired of working, but I still wanted to, you know, I still wanted to follow my dreams. School was out at this point. I didn't know if I was going to go back in the semester of the fall, so fall of last year. I didn't know if I was going to go back, and I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm really tired of working for other people, and I really want to just go full-fledged in my business. But at the time, it kind of wasn't smart because I don't have a 9-to-5 to depend on to bring in money to fund my business, and I don't have any additional streams of income to continue to fund my business. So it's kind of like I was at a rock and a hard place. And if you know me, you know that regardless of how hard shit gets, no matter how many bitch fits I have, no matter how many times I act like a brat, no matter how many times I just feel like I want to give the fuck up, I don't. It may, take me some time to get some shit done, to make some shit shake, but just know Nyeh gonna make some shit shake, and she gonna pull her weight, and she gonna do what the fuck she gotta do to do, because nobody else is gonna do it for me. I'm 21 years old. Yeah, I have a mom, I have a grandma. They're both very supportive for now. But I don't have that support system where I could just be relying on people to give me money without them, asking for it back or making me feel bad or reminding me that, they're funding my business type shit. So I was like, fuck it. So the rest of the summer, I enjoyed my hot girl summer. I was rocking lashes. I was practicing how to put them on myself. I started putting them on my sister. I started putting them on my mom. And then a lot of people were asking me, was I selling the lashes I had on hand? Where'd I get my lashes from? And I was telling them that I was going to start selling them. So, I guess you could say, started building up a hype about, my business. And I really wasn't even close to touching inventory for them to be inquiring about the lashes that I had. So for the rest of the summer, like I said, I didn't work. And then I want to say in the fall, so maybe October, November-ish, I worked at ShopRite. I started working at ShopRite, and then I got fired from ShopRite. And it's funny now that I think about it, because those jobs were just terrible. Well, actually, no, ShopRite wasn't terrible. I actually liked the people at ShopRite at both locations. Like, they were very sweet, very cool, very down to earth. They were people that I could go to the club with, have a good time with. But, I feel like God had other plans for me, and God's plan was not for me to work a 9-to-5. And I'm not saying if you work a 9-to-5, don't do it, or if you're watching this video, you want to quit your 9-to-5, just quit it. I don't suggest that you quit your 9-to-5, because you need, like I said, a source of income to fund your business, unless you have family that can help you fund your business, and that's fine. It doesn't matter how you fund your business, as long as you start your business and get it done. Like, I just want to make that very clear. I don't want anybody to think, oh, well, she don't rely on nobody and blah, blah, blah. No, it's not that I don't rely on anybody. The type of person I am, how I'm built, I just don't feel comfortable relying on other people to get shit done for me or to help me out when they don't have to. Like, I should be willing to help myself first before anybody else should be wanting to help me. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was that. So, I was working at ShopRite, and I still really wasn't, touching inventory yet, but I started to, sample some more stuff. I had sampled tweezers, some scissors, and a lash curler. And they're my vendor today. I love them so much. I've had that vendor for over a year. So I pretty much, when I say that I dealt with business backwards, I pretty much dealt with building relationships with my vendors. So I built a relationship with my lash vendors. Even though some of their quality was trash, I still was taking my time to, navigate the WhatsApp and Alibaba, talking back and forth and making payments and understanding, high shipping costs. I was dealing with the back ends of it, stuff that they don't really talk to you about on people's entrepreneur series here on YouTube. And if you guys ever want me to elaborate that in the series, I definitely will do that for you. But yeah, so I was pretty much building relationships with my vendor. I was talking to them on the phone, texting them day and night. If you know, I'm a night owl, so I be up all night. I really don't get no sleep. I can honestly tell you that maybe I get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep, 7 if I'm lucky. Like, I'll literally stay up it depends. Sometimes I get up, lately I've been getting up at like 10 or 11, 12 o'clock. The latest I'll sleep in is maybe 2. And then I'll be up from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to about maybe 6 or 7 in the morning, and then do it all over again. I need to stop doing that. It's not healthy. And with me being in quarantine, it's not helping. But I don't know, for me personally, my creative mind comes out at night. I have all these great ass ideas at nighttime, and your vendors, your overseas vendors from China, are up at that time of night. So that's why I made it my duty to make sure that I was up, and me being up at that time of night was never an issue for me, because I was always up at that time of night. So that's another thing. When I say building a relationship with your vendor, you need to build a relationship with these people that you're investing your money into, because these are the people that are sourcing you and providing you with the product that you are selling here in America, here to your customers. So you need to make sure that they're reliable. You need to to ask them questions. No question is a stupid question. You need to understand their lingo. They speak differently than us, and I know I've seen in a couple Facebook groups that I'm in that a lot of people get a little confused by their language, their lingo, their language, and how they talk, and they take it offensively. But you can't do that because we're in two different countries. Like, the way they speak to us is different and vice versa. So you have to be very respectful and very understanding to that. Some people aren't very understanding or up to par with that type of thing, so you need to make sure that you're doing that. Like, it's very, very important, like I said, to make sure that you have a bond with these people, because like I said, these are the people that you are going to be working with for a very, very long time, unless you find different vendors and stuff like that. And for me personally, I have multiple vendors. So I have a lash vendor, a backup lash vendor, on top of a backup lash vendor. I have one tweezer vendor. I'm looking at other products that I want to sell on my site, vendors, stuff like that. Now, in the beginning, when I did first start, doing my business thing, I was told that you should find a vendor that sells, so for example, I'm gonna use me. I sell lashes, so you want to find a vendor that sells lashes that you want, custom packaging, and that type of thing. But that doesn't work for everybody. So don't be upset or discouraged or feel some type of way or feel bad because you don't have a vendor that provides you with all three. Some people don't have that. Like, I know for me, like the very first vendor that I had that I was going to use that I had last year, I didn't like their custom packaging, but I loved their lashes and they were very high quality. So I went to another vendor to look for that. And another thing, like now, since we have a pandemic going on, it's very, very important to have more than one vendor. And I will also recommend that you have a US based vendor as well, because like I said, with the pandemic going on, shipping is very high. Shipping is getting delayed because they have so many orders that they're backed up on. And they just went on holiday. They've been on holiday from April 30th, and their holiday ends tomorrow. And for some, it ends on the 6th. So it's very, very important that you have vendors here in the US and overseas. But I got sidetracked. So yeah, I was at ShopRite, got fired, and then I was at Within again. So I'm like, damn, like I don't have a job, so now I can't, fund my business. And after that, I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like this is pissing me off. But I was just like, you know what? I really, really want to start my business before my birthday, before I turn 21. That didn't happen, but I was very determined to make shit shake. And after I had left ShopRite, I went to Amazon. Now, if you have worked at an Amazon fulfillment warehouse center, you know that is some hard ass fucking labor. That is slave labor, okay? Like, I really wish I had pictures and videos of, I'll put some pictures and videos of me that I took while I was there, but I really wish I had some pictures and videos of the facility that I was at, because girl, when I tell you, it was hell. It was hell. I don't wish that type of exercise on anybody. The exercise was cool. Your girl was slimming down, and I was getting a little husky and a little strong. Not husky, but I was getting strong. I was getting my track strength back. My lashes falling, y'all. Jesus. Yes, and girl, ooh, child. That was horrible. Like, getting up at 5 or 6 in the morning to work until 6 o'clock at night was horrible. I hated it. Like, it interfered with my aura. It interfered with me speaking to my vendors and being up all night and talking to them, and it just ruined my mojo. Like, it was really such a draining ass job that it got to a point where I took a break. Like, I literally took a leave of absence. Because mentally I wasn't okay. Like, it was really mentally draining. It was sucking me dry. I couldn't afford to get back and forth, and it was horrible. Like, I don't wish that on anybody. And I always said that I'm not rich yet. I mean, I'm rich right now, rich in spirit, rich in health, rich in the blood of God. But good money ain't good money. And making $15 an hour was good as hell. That was the highest amount of money I ever made at any job that I have worked at in the 21 years of me living. And I just didn't want to work just because I had to fund my business. I didn't want to work just because I had bills to pay. I didn't just want to work just to work. I didn't want to work just for the money. Like, I at least thought I owed it to myself to work at a job where I enjoyed it and I enjoyed making the money that I was making. And I wasn't enjoying the money that I was making. I mean, it was good money, and it was good enough to, fund my business, but it wasn't good enough for me mentally. And if I'm not good enough mentally, then I'm not making no money. And ain't no amount of money in this world worth my happiness and worth my mental health. All last year, I literally worked on battling my demons and working on becoming a better person and really taking my mental health seriously and really getting in touch with my inner self and figuring out who I really was, what I really wanted out of life. Like, I'm young. There was a post, and I can't find it, but it was a post saying, like, you know, you're in your 20s and you feel like you need to have everything. You need to feel like you need to have your shit together, and you ain't got it together yet, and you're just stressing and I'm just praying for better days. Let me tell you something. It's not a race. Let me say this again. This is not a race. Life is not a race. Your 20s is not a race. You're literally figuring out what you want to do with your life, how you want to live it. That's fine. Take your time. Shit does not happen overnight. Me starting my business did not happen overnight. That is why I'm in front of you guys today. Take your time. You're young. You got it. You can do it. Just keep pushing. Do not give up. So, I started working at Amazon, and then I started to buy a couple of things. But at the same time, I still really wasn't mentally ready to start really my business for real. But I did start, you know, figuring out, okay, this is the vendor that I'm going to use. I pretty much started verifying my vendors. I still had my relationships with them. I was still, you know, conducting research, watching videos. I pretty much feel like I watched every entrepreneur video. Oh, excuse me. I feel like I pretty much watched every freaking entrepreneur video on YouTube. And listen, I've done enough research that one could freaking conduct, okay? And I'm a nerd, so I like that stuff. And it doesn't bother me to, you know, do my own research and stuff like that. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're no longer working. Like, that's it. And the crazy part is, how I quit my job. So I worked at Amazon in November up until February 17th, I want to say. I can't really remember. The coronavirus started to, you know, pop up in December of last year of 2019, and then it started to, you know, travel to the US through January and February. So right before the pandemic got worse, I quit my job. Now the site that I worked at has the virus, and I feel like that was God saying, Nyeh, you do not belong there. You belong at home. You belong, you're going to make all of your money in this bed right here. You don't need to leave your house to make your money. Like, you're so talented and have all these great things and attributes that you can turn into some coin. Like, and it's crazy because if I didn't quit Amazon, I would still be there with the virus. And I left Amazon months ago, well, February, because like I said, I wasn't mentally in it. Like, I couldn't do it. It was draining. I needed my life back. I just needed some time to rest and think, because I'm young. Like, I shouldn't feel like a freaking, I don't know, like, I shouldn't feel like I don't have my shit together. Like, I'm young. Like, nobody has it made for them like that. You have to put in the work, and that's what I've been doing for the past year. So, I'm just so glad that I don't work there anymore. I don't know why the hell they're still open if the virus is there, but whatever, that's not here or there. We're not here to talk about Amazon because I don't know about them. But I love Amazon Prime. I love Amazon Prime. But anyway, so then, you know, we have a pandemic. So at that point, I was just like, well, you know, let me take another break. And then someone was just like, you know what? Stay your ass at home. Stay home. You don't need to be working. You don't need to be doing shit. Just relax. And that's what I've pretty much been doing. I got my taxes, turned my tax money into business money. I pretty much started buying my inventory at that point. I was in a better state of mind mentally, physically, and emotionally, and I just started investing my money into my business. My mother has helped me. Thank you, Mom. Shout out to you, girl. Me and my mom pretty much have been going half of my business. I just purchased my website today. I will be giving y'all a launch date real soon. I'm still waiting on my lashes to come in. Everything else that I need for my inventory unboxing is coming. So stay tuned for that video. But yeah, so pretty much I have everything that I need for my business. I'm just waiting on my website to get done. I've been making money from inside of my house. Like, I've literally been making money on these Facebook groups selling lashes that I had, like, from vendors in the past. They were great quality, and I don't like, they were cute, but they were just sitting around. Like, I really wasn't wearing them. Like, I was literally wearing maybe like 2 or 3 of the same pairs of lashes at the same time. So then I had giveaways. I was giving away lashes. I started my brand ambassador search. I have my brand ambassadors. Shout out to all of them. I love them. They're so beautiful in every single way. I love them so much. I cannot wait for them to get their PR packages, and I will do a video of me packaging up their stuff. And just, yeah, like, the moral of the story is it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And I am walking testimony of that. Like, you've seen how many times I had got fired from my job, how many times I had got discouraged. Like, there were some days where I would cry. Like, I'm never going to get out of this. Like, I'm always going to be struggling. I'm never going to be able to, you know, live my dream. I'm never going to be able to get what I want. And when I don't get what I want, I get real bitchy. I get real mad because I hate when I don't get what I want, especially if I've been planning and doing all this and doing all that to get to where I want to be, and then I get knocked back 30 damn steps. It's very, very frustrating, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can relate to that. But the moral of my story is I didn't give up. Like, no matter how many times, like I said, how many times I got fired from my job, how many times I got frustrated, you know, I done went broke funding my business. I didn't, you know, struggled a little bit to get to where I am, and it wasn't easy. And I just wanted to be very transparent with you guys and show you guys about that, and just let y'all know, like I said, it never matters where you start, it's how you finish. And I'm finishing with me launching my business, and I pray to God it happens this month, and I definitely see it happening this month. I'm gonna keep praying, I'm gonna keep manifesting, I'm gonna keep doing everything on the back end that I need to do to make sure that everything is okay for my soft launch and my real launch, and we're gonna get it popping. Like, I plan on making 6 figures by the time I turn 22. Like, that's just a thing for me, and I'm not stopping or settling for nothing less, and neither should you. Like, if you have a passion, you better, let me tell you something. I'm an author. I can write real good. I'm kind of good at graphic design. I could capitalize off of that. And I'm pretty smart with every other thing that I do. Like, if you have a talent, turn it into money. There's no reason why you have a talent, you're sitting on it, and you're doing it for free. Do not sleep on yourself. 2020 is not the year to sleep on yourself. And with the pandemic being shut down, this is the perfect time to start a business. This is the perfect time to, you know, do what you need to do and get that money, baby. Like, I'm going to chase that money. I can't go to sleep broke, and I don't see how some people go to sleep, you know, being broke and being okay with that, because I'm not where I want to be yet. But let me tell you, give me 6 months. When I check back in with y'all come my 22nd birthday, and let me tell you, I'm gonna be rich as shit. I'm already rich, but my bank account don't reflect that yet, and it will. Like, money is not just money is, it's a universal thing. Money makes the world go around. Yes, it's just, what can you do with it? How can you make it? And it's so easy to make money from your bed. Like I said, like, that's my motto. Like, I'm trying to make that bread from my bed. You heard it here first. Nyeth is trying to make that money, that bread from her bed, and that's period. I'm really not trying to work for anybody once this pandemic is over. I'm trying to be financially free and financially stable by the time this quarantine is over, by the time this shit gets lifted. Like, that's the type of time that I'm on. I'm tired of punching in the clock. I know some of y'all are probably tired of punching in the clock too, but every time, there's a time and a place for everything. Do not give up. Do not make your job harder than what it is. Just deal with it. You just got to do what you have to do. Get you some multiple streams of income. There are so many influential people out here, especially on Instagram, that you can follow to give you the tools that you need. You need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in your education. And that sounds crazy, but it's kind of like going to college. You go to college to invest in your education. You go to college to invest in your bachelor's degree, your master's, whatever degree that you're trying to uphold, to have attached to your name. You can do the same thing when it comes to starting a business. So let me just shut up and stop rambling. I feel like I talk to y'all a lot. I'm not editing this video at all. It's getting posted right after I cut this off. I really hope that this was an inspirational story to you all. Don't give up. I'm telling you, do not give up, because if I would have given up the first time I got fired from Walmart, I wouldn't be here a year later telling you that I'm ready to start my business. And like I said, I'm so glad that I dealt with I missed a little piece. So before I went to in between me getting fired from ShopRite and going to Amazon, I had launched my site. So I didn't feel comfortable selling eyelashes that I had on hand to people through Cash App. So I made a Wix site and I put them on there, and people were buying through there. And like I said, I also had a giveaway. Then I got rid of Wix, because Wix is easy to use. I love Wix. If you're a Wix user, hey, I love Wix, but I didn't like the analytics. And that's when I was getting into Shopify. So now the lashes that I had extra on hand, I had created a Shopify website to sell the lashes that I had, and I've gotten 4 orders so far on top of the orders that I had mentioned in my previous video. So shout out to me. I'm so excited for that. I can't wait to take my shipping picture where I have all my packages laid out for me with me in the center of it. I just can't wait. I'm speaking it into existence because guess what? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen this year, sis. I have hope, I have faith, and I got God on my side, and that's period. And it's gonna happen, like I said. So I don't know how the hell I was about to close out this video and didn't even tell y'all like how I'm doing now. So that's where I'm at right now. Like I said, I'm getting my website designed. I'm waiting on the graphic designer to get back to me. I know they're really, really busy, so they can design my site. I still have lashes available. I will put the link in the description box and I'll place a picture of them here. I have 4 lashes in stock on my site. Please take them. They're so pretty, they're so luscious, they're so wispy, and I love the natural 25mm mink lashes here on the left side that I have. They're so pretty, and I'll insert a video here of what they look like. So other than me inserting videos and clips for y'all throughout this whole video, I'm not really editing it too much. That's all I'm really adding. But yeah, that's how I'm pretty much doing now. Like I said, I'm waiting on my site to get done. I have all my inventory except my lashes. They're en route. Once my vendor's holiday is up, which will be tomorrow. I just sent out packages today. I sent out 3 packages, so I'll put that here. I've been doing pretty well. Like, I've dealt with the, like I said, the back ends of business, building relationships, and doing everything that I needed to do to make sure that I was a strong business owner. I feel like a lot of people go into business not dealing with the things that I talked about, like building a relationship with your vendors, thoroughly sampling stuff. You don't want to just start a business and you barely sample the products that are given to you. Like, this is your name, your face going on these products. You don't want nobody not shopping with you because you decided not to do your research. So yeah, please do your research. Never give up. Stay blessed. Do what you need to do. Do not give up. If you have any questions, please DM me on Instagram and Nyethebrat. Yeah, like listen, I'm giving out free game, y'all, until I get rich, and then I gotta start charging y'all. But for right now, I am more than welcome to give you guys advice, to help you guys out. Now, I'm not gonna walk you through everything because Google is your best friend. Google is your best friend. So is YouTube. But I will help you to a certain extent. I will give you some advice, some tips and tricks. I'm not perfect. I'm not $1 million 6-figure business yet, but we will be by the end of this year, sis. It's 2020. We are 5 months in. We got a good 12 minus 5 is 6. We have a good 6 months left. Don't do too much on me. I hate math. I'm not good at it. I'm good at literacy and English, not too much. But yes, that's just pretty much it. I'm gonna stop talking because I've been talking for almost I've always been talking for 40 minutes. So that's just that with this. And I hope this really, really inspired you guys. I hope it motivated you guys to start your business. And even if you don't start your business right now during this pandemic, please do not feel like that because we're in the house that you need to come outside with a new skill, that you need to come outside with something new, Listen. The pandemic is affecting everybody differently. You don't know what people are going through in their household, who they have to be stuck with, what they deal with on a daily basis. And I just feel like that shouldn't matter. What you do with your time is up to you. But don't let time pass you by, and don't not just start a business, or don't not do anything at all. Take this time to relax. Take this time to better yourself. Find a project. Like I said, I did my home room on my own. Well, not on my own. My sister helped me, but on my own. I've gotten into different things. I've changed, and that may not be the same for everybody else. So don't feel bad when you see people, doing things and, feeling like you need to come outside with a new damn skill. Girl, take your time. Do what the fuck you need to do, and leave it at that. Like, don't be listening to these people. Like, I get tired of seeing those posts where if you don't come outside with a new skill or new thing, or you haven't changed, then you need to read about. Shut up. Like, you need to mind your business. Like, please mind the business that pays you. But that's that on that. I love you guys so much. I'm so excited that I finally filmed this video, and I cannot wait for y'all to upload it. I'm not even gonna wait till tomorrow to upload. Y'all getting this shit tonight, and I pray that you guys watch the whole thing. I'm going to be promoting the hell out of it. I love you guys so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. episode 3 is on the way. I'm working on being consistent and getting this thing up because my YouTube channel is starting to blow up a little bit. Y'all getting real talkative in my comments. Y'all interacting with a bitch. I'm so hyped. Subscriber counts going up. Watch times going up. I'm really excited, and I honestly can't wait to see where I'm at, you know, by the time this year's over. Like, I know I'm destined for greatness. I just need to do what I need to do to get there, and I've been doing it. Like I said in my first video, I've been putting fire in my own ass, and you need to do that too. You know, do what you got to do and get where you got to be, because somebody got to do it, and it's you. Bye.